Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. As you can see, this isn't our usual setting. I am on our back patio, lanai, by the pool, and the reason for that is today is my dad, Big Ron's 70th birthday, and so he's out with my mom celebrating, and so we're just kind of taking a day off. But I wanted to go over with you guys some things we picked up today at the Sumter County Automotive swap meet. Dad was really excited to go to this thing. It's actually pretty good, guys. So if you're in the Tampa, Orlando, Ocala area, I highly recommend it. I mean, there's hundreds of vendors, if not 1,000. It takes us every bit of 3 to 4 hours to walk it. Lots of people there. Just a lot of good stuff, really. I mean, I could have brought home so much stuff, but I just, decided I'd rather stay married than bring home a bunch of shit. So, I'll show you what I did bring home. The gentleman that sold me the 1965 Chevelle SS was there, and he was selling some stuff. He had the NOS Malibu, so the new old stock Malibu SS emblems for sale. So I went ahead, brand new, went ahead and picked those up from him. So we have those now, which is great. Those will look amazing. I also picked up, he had the 65 Chevelle SS lower grill extensions. New old stock. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. They are fantastic. Still in the GM packaging. Went ahead and picked these up from him as well. He is holding a couple items for me. We were discussing today. He has a really good hood that I'm going to pick up from him. And he also has the automatic, the original cast chrome center console for the automatic. Both the large piece and the small piece, the tail piece. I already have the shifter, the correct shifter, engine, transmission, all of that, the power glide. So I'm going to pick that up from him probably here in the next couple weeks. None of that is cheap, but we're going to get it done. It's not terrible. It's cheaper than buying a repop that's not going to fit. So we got that going. I found something pretty cool. I have a few of these. I've been basically collecting any parts that I can find at any swap meet for a 1963 Chrysler 300, right? As you guys remember, it's kind of I call it the unicorn car. You can't find parts. They're just not there. So as I'm walking through, I look over and I see this. And so I picked it up. This is the gauge cluster for a 1963 Chrysler 300. Now, you might be wondering why I'm collecting gauge clusters, since my car had a gauge cluster. Honestly, I've got different ideas for these, okay? There is a lot of vacuum lines and things that are that go to this whole system working. The AC, got the AC buttons here, but I am kicking around the idea of removing the factory gauges and putting a modern style gauge in, getting rid of the old and putting in new. I'm also kicking around keeping it what it is, and I might just need, there might be a gauge that doesn't work. Now I can buy the gauges new off of eBay, and I don't know if they actually work or not, but they're there. New old stock, but they're quite expensive. They're a couple $100 a piece. So I gave $50 for this. I think I have 4 of these, including the one that came with the car. But, when I say I have 4, this is the most expensive one I've bought. But it's in pretty good shape. So we have that. I also picked up something I absolutely have no need for, but it's cool and I like it. So this is a motorcycle helmet, okay, which appears to be fairly new, but it's a Route 66 Soman, S-O-M-A-N. Motorcycle guy had it there, and as you guys know, Route 66 starts at Navy Pier in Chicago, which is right there, which I thought was pretty cool, and it ends at Santa Monica Pier in California. And for those of you that don't know, I used to live out in Southern California. I'm from Kentucky, Cincinnati, but I lived with my ex-wife out in Irvine, Newport Beach, Huntington Beach area for about 10 years. I was actually one of the head maintenance guys at the Disneyland hotels for quite a while. So I saw this and I thought it was cool. It reminded me of what I consider home. I really liked California. Not really the politics of California, but I liked California. It was, I thought, one of the most beautiful places I'd ever been. I love the beach, even though you can't get in the water, it's too cold without a wetsuit. At least I'm not. But I thought this was neat, and so I picked it up just to kind of have as a souvenir, something to set on a bookshelf, hang on the wall, so on. It's actually in relatively good shape. You guys can see that. There's really no issues with it at all. So I thought this was cool. Thought I'd share it with you guys. Something else we picked up, I don't have it out here just because it's heavy and big. We picked up a transmission jack. Funny enough, our friend Louie, who's got the 35 Ford, was there and had a booth and had a transmission jack that we actually kind of need to put the transmission in my dad's car, the 40 Ford. So we bought it. I think I paid 40 bucks for it. It was not a big deal. But it's definitely a hell of a lot better than trying to hold that thing up in there and whatnot, and a lot safer. So picked up a transmission jack, and he also had about 3/4 of a roll of the insulation, the silver insulation that I'm putting in the 40, which is great because I need just about that much to finish it. So I was running out, so I went ahead and got that from him as well. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Again, it's Big Ron's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Love you. We're doing pretty good here. Just kind of hanging out today. Wanted to try out the new phone here. I'm actually looking at myself on a screen here, which is new. Trying to get these uploaded and recorded in the right quality and so on. So, you know, working on the channel, guys. Trying to make this better and better and better. I know we had some bad sound and we had some kind of weird grainy videos at times, which makes no sense because it's perfect on my device that I took the videos on. But here we are. So anyway, I wanted to thank my wife while I'm on here for getting this camera. I told her what I was looking for out of a camera, and then 2 days later it showed up. Pretty cool. So really appreciate her supporting us and trying to help make better videos for you guys. It's really pretty cool. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again for watching Brown's Rod and Custom. We will be back at it tomorrow, hot and heavy on the 73 Volkswagen thing. I got a lot more sanding to do on that back seat area. And you know, I know I've said this and sound like a broken record, but I think we are getting in the world of paint on the body. So the hood's pretty close now. Ron's got the hood close. The doors are getting there. Not a big deal. But the body itself is looking really, really good and feeling really good. I think you guys are going to like it. I think the paint job's going to turn out slick on this thing. So, and it should be pretty straight. And if you know anything about a 73 thing, it's not straight. It might as well be a crumpled beer can. So you got spot welds everywhere. You've got, I mean, it just is what it is. So we've gotten a lot of that worked out and cleaned up and just made a better version of a thing, I guess. A cleaner, straighter version of a thing. So anyway, hope you guys have a great night, and we will be talking at you tomorrow. Thanks for watching Brown's Riding Custom.